Oh, a lot. Their guard play in transition. They push the ball. All other guards could, get it going offensively. And Josh Jackson reminds me of Dylan Brooks a lot. He's a big matchup problem. And then down low, Landon Lucas does everything Jordan does. Gets rebounds, can score the ball when he needs to, gets block shots. So it's going to be, battle of the Titans. They're a great team, and I think we are too. And I think it's going to be a 40-minute game. We cannot take a minute off, can't take 30 seconds off, can't take a possession off.
Peyton was saying that he was really excited to see that Brooks-Jackson matchup there. What do you think is going to happen with that tomorrow?
Oh, I hope it doesn't get too personal. I'm putting all bets on Dylan Brooks. I'm doubling down on that too. But Josh Jackson's a great competitor. He's going to compete, no matter who's on him, as well as Dylan Brooks is. But, it should be a good little matchup. But, Dylan is so experienced, and he knows that it's not just going to be a one-on-one game. It's going to be definitely a whole team effort.
Dylan, one more question about Canada. Do you think in the last 10 years people in the States have kind of caught on to the talent that's there? Because 15, 20 years ago, people wouldn't have known that. But do you think they've realized it now?
Oh, yeah, of course. Me growing up in Canada, I've seen all the players. I've played against all of them. Tristan Thompson was, in the gym with me at 7 o'clock, working out. I played against Corey Joseph since I was the age of 6. We've always had a talent. I just don't think we had the recognition that everybody had down here. But everybody's realizing now, and I think this is going to be a long shot. But I think in a few years, Canada will be competing with the USA in Olympic basketball.
How many years is that? Is that decades or?
No, no. I think if Canada can get everybody to play who's supposed to play, and I know sometimes people have different obligations, injuries, but if we have the best team that we could put together, I think next Olympics, we could definitely compete with them.
Another tournament game.
Everyone with Canada and hockey.
Oh no, we got hockey. You gotta give that to us. we got hockey.
Another tournament game, another game when everyone's picking against you guys. That just par for the course now.
Oh, come on, man. We've been doing this all year. The only time somebody gave us love when they said we were going to be preseason conference, win the conference, and we did that. But since then, everybody's picking us as underdogs, and I love that. I've been an underdog my whole life. I know a lot of guys on our team's been underdogs, but I just enjoy it. That puts a chip on our shoulder. If anything, it puts more pressure on them to win.
From your perspective, what makes their backcourt so good?
Their experience, their athleticism, their ability to make a lot of plays. I really respect Frank's game. He's just like me. He was in it for. I was 6, but he was 4 years. Being a senior, getting better every year, and leading his team. But I think that's what I most respect about him. He stayed in there for the long run, and he's carried this team, to where they are right now.
Dylan Brooks talked about controlling his emotions more this season. What examples can you give me of somewhere where maybe in the past he would have kind of exploded, but this year he talked
I think his technicals went down. His talking to the referees on bad calls, have lessened. But he's matured through the years, and people might say, it's a bad thing, how passionate he was before or how he is now. But I love it. It makes Dylan Brooks who he is. I don't think that he would make the shots he makes. I don't think he goes 0 for 8 in the first half and goes 8 for 8 in the second half and ends with 26 points and helps us win. Passion is Dylan Brooks, and you have to take that, the goods with the bads, and I think the goods outweigh the bads when it comes to Dylan.
Dylan, you were last year called by one publication the unluckiest man in college basketball.
Yes, I read that one. Actually.
You saw that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, did you agree with that? And I guess how do you feel about it?
Not at all. I do not feel like I was unlucky. So they won the championship. I was happy for them. Those guys were my brothers before they were my teammates at Villanova. I still talk to them now. Me and Coach Wright, he texted me after the game yesterday. I texted him, great, good luck on the season. When they won the Big East tournament championship, texted them.
5 more minutes.
We're great, friends, and I am where I want to be. And that's no disrespect to Villanova. I did 3 great years there. I learned a lot. I'll be friends with all the coaching staff and the players, when I'm done playing basketball. I'm in 40 years, but now I'm exactly where I need to be. God gave me this journey, and I've never questioned it for 1 second.
Why was it Oregon that you decided to go to?
Coach Altman, a great coach. He has a resume for it. They had a great team coming in. They only lost Joe Young and Jaleel, and I felt like I, fit the niche that they were looking for, and the style they play. I loved it, and hey, I can't, be mad. The gear was great too.
What did Jay Wright text you?
Oh, he just said attitude. They always say attitude, and he said that because I missed the free throws, but I got the defensive stop. You gotta have, just forget about it. Next play. He said attitude. Great win. Way to grind it out. It's all about the W. Especially at this time of year.
Jordan says, "Oh yes, is the meal choice. Pick steak."
Oh yeah, he told me. He texted me. I tweeted him. I said, "Where you want to go, Jay?" He said, I thought I was getting a car, but there's so much people on Twitter, suggesting places to eat. But that's gonna be Jordan's decision. I definitely get him, a steak if he needs it.
You said you weren't sure how you would wake up this morning and how your emotions were after that win. How'd you feel like this morning when you woke up?
Felt like we're in the Elite Eight. I'm happy. Obviously, I think for the rest of my life, I remember things, during my career. I'm definitely gonna, think about those free throws. If there's a kid I'm coaching, and he misses big free throws, I tell him the same. Hey, forget about that. Go get it on the defensive end. So this is just a learning tool for me and for anybody who asks me. But we're in the Elite Eight. That's all that matters right now. I can't keep thinking about that. I gotta think of Kansas.
And looking ahead, making it to the Final Four would be a sweet accomplishment in itself.
Yeah.
But is there any added excitement? Would it feel better for you guys doing it here in front of all the Kansas fans that are going to fill this arena?
Oh, of course. That'd be great. It's a away game, and winning on the road is always big. It shows toughness, it shows experience. But I'm just hoping we get the win tomorrow. Whether it was the Elite Eight, Sweet 16, anything. As long as we win tomorrow, that's all that's important to me.
Hey, Dylan, what's the short version, or as long as you want to make it, story about the bleach in the hair? When did it start? Why did it happen? And how come you haven't taken it out?
Last year, I was on the scooter, and I was doing the same rehab, going to practice, but I couldn't do. I wanted something different. I need a different feel, and I said I'm gonna do some blonde in my head. And my girlfriend said, I could do it. And I said, are you sure? I don't want my hair to look green or gray, or you know what I mean? And she said, no, I could do it. So she did it, and I loved it. And then I said I'm gonna do it again right before the season started. So I did it, and I was gonna take it out in December, because I get tired of things real fast. But everybody loved it. Everybody said, we know you for the blonde. Some kids started doing it in Eugene. Texting me. IGing me saying, hey, I'm doing it because of you. And, it's just, who I am now. And, maybe I'll keep it for the rest of my college career, maybe, the rest of my professional career. But, as long as I have the Oregon jersey on, there will be blonde in my hair.
You've got a lot of blue out there tomorrow with the KU fans. What kind of attitude do you guys take into that kind of a game?
Just be prepared, things might not go our way. The crowd may go crazy for, a couple of their plays, but we just gotta stick together. We keep saying in the locker room, it's us against the world now, and that's us gonna feel tomorrow. But that's all we need. We have enough internal strength, to get through this game, and I think we're gonna be fine tomorrow.
Brooks says he kind of relishes in that sort of atmosphere. Do you as well?
Oh yeah, I love it. I always tell people I like away games better than home games. I just feel like with my personality and Dylan's, when you're at home, it's great to win. You have to get wins at home, but you feel like you're supposed to. You feel like, all the chips are for you. So if you lose, people are like, you guys are supposed to win. On away games, you're not supposed to win. All you have is your brothers.